still not subscribed to the partition, you know, it's a lot of ways that you can do this besides watching all the content. But before we start, always remember, go to the channels link. Every show that we have, you can always see every show before everybody else see the show. But besides that, always remember, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, put it on all. Until then, always remember, anything is possible. Thank you for choosing the partition. Now let's get into the show. Anything is possible. Peace.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a huge.
So what's up? That's right. I'm the legendary Ronnie Spencer.
WD.com. I love the conversation. My son got me this with my dad, so I can always have him with me whenever I do the show. Hold on, wait. I want to laugh. Welcome back to Choppin' It Up with Lil Ron. Today in the studio, I have a very, very interesting guest. This man is a singer. This man is an actor, entrepreneur. Man, this man, he does it all. I want you guys to welcome onto the show.
Monzelle.
That's right.
Monzelle Diontre.
Hey, look, I'm finna get ready to say, look, I'm finna say the one and only Monzelle. And he like, we said, man, forget that. I'm finna get ready to say it. Y'all welcome this man onto the show. Well, I'm glad to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And what I want to do is people that actually come on the show, I always tell them that I like for them to introduce themselves to my fan base because your fan base already know you.
Right.
And once you introduce yourself to the fans, we're going to go from there, and we got a lot to talk about.
Well, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all. Nice meeting y'all. My name is Monzelle Diontre, the H-Town Prince, the artist formerly known as Hype Man Z. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show today. Man, listen, I am overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. I love everything you got going on in the building, the whole fourth floor. I love it.
And you know, everybody turns back around, come over, and go hang out with Lil Ron, man. And speaking of hanging out with Lil Ron, you know, this is on the Chopping Up with Lil Ron.
Okay.
I actually am in the process of transitioning and finna debut my new show called Hanging Out with Lil Ron.
Gotcha.
So this time I get a chance to go to the people.
Gotcha.
Go out and about in the public,
Gotcha.
interview them, show up at different events,
Right,
go to
right.
restaurants and eat. Man, that one gonna be real good. That show is actually gonna come out in probably around by October, November. We're gonna launch that actual show.
You don't have enough awards yet, brother?
Man, hey, I guess I'm gonna be like Michael Jordan. I'm gonna give me 6.
Give me
6.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna stop you, brother.
Yeah, you know, I got 5. I'm working on the 6, but it seems like anything I actually touch and put my hand on, man,
Turn to gold.
With the power of God, man, it turns to gold, man. So I'll be like, hey, let me just get the next adventure. But as being a businessman, as myself, and you being a businessman, we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Of course.
First thing I want to talk to you about, you say you sing.
I sing.
So being an R&B singer,
Well, alternative rock.
okay.
Alternative rock.
Oh, for real?
Alternative rock.
Wow.
I have to specify because people automatically they meet me and they think it's R&B.
Okay.
R&B hip hop. So I gotta specify alternative rock. That's the brand.
Hey, I like that. And some people
Thank you.
they don't like that. And for some people, I know what it is. But some people that do not know what alternative rock is, can you tell them what that is?
Alternative rock. Now you can do alternative anything. You can do alternative R&B, alternative hip hop, alternative whatever you want. Now alternative rock is more like the Bruno Mars. It's like the Chris Browns. It's like the Chili Peppers, the Maroon 5s. You know that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm well into the rock. But it's where everybody can listen to it. It's not hard rock. It's not metal. It's not what you call screamo. It's not nothing like that. It's real. Yeah. Which honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Musically, that's some of the best music.
You're lying.
That's some of the best music because they could literally go from a time signature 3/4 to a 5/6 to a 5/7 back to a half note back to a halftime. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy when you really sit there. I went to one like screamo kind of concert, man, and it blew my mind. It was some of the best musicians I've ever met in my life. It's really hard, and any of you that know about time signatures, it's really hard to change a time signature in a matter of seconds and then go back to the original time signature that you had and then change into the bridge into something completely different and then go back into your, man.
You know, I had a friend that was into that, and I gave him a name. His name was Bloodbath. I call him Bloodbath. I mean, because he like us.
Yeah.
He used to get mad at me because I like the guy Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him, man. That guy is a lot of people they don't know that I listen to stuff like that.
Now that's classic alternative. That's a good example. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, so I actually like that because especially that song called I think it's Teen Spirit or something like that.
Yeah.
Doom, doom, doom.
Yeah.
And they don't understand you when you got music like that actually changes a generation of how people. Another thing, I got somebody the other day. They was like, "Yeah, man, I listen to all type of R&B, man, like Michael Jackson." I said, "You know, Michael Jackson is the king of pop." They're like, "What?" I said, "Man, it says that he's the king of pop. Do you?"
It's pop rock.
They don't understand that. They think, "Oh, well, I thought Michael Jackson." Said, "No, you need to go back and research. He's the king of pop, man. I'm telling you."
He actually debated them because they were trying to make him an R&B singer, and he was trying to push for crossover. He did not want to be an R&B singer. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep. And see, when you give them history and you make them understand, some people, they don't like to hear that. They just think that's actually bad. But
Right.
in doing what you're doing in the alternative that you're in, did you get some criticism? Because, you know, some people criticize people like, "Man, why don't you want to do that, man?"
Honestly, no. I've sang my songs in the hood clubs.
Wow.
And it went.
People love it.
People love it. That's how I knew.
Man.
That's how I knew I had something. I was on the north side, deep in the trenches, and I sang a rock song at a club one day, and I got off stage, and people was like, "Where do I find that?" I was like, "What?" Like these like hood, like you know what I'm saying? Like
you can go to Apple Music, man. You can look me up right now.
Look me up right now. But when you get everybody listening to your music, that's when you know you got something. That's when you know you got something. So, you know, I could take my music to the streets. I know street dudes that jam my music like real hard. And it's like I never would have imagined that it took off the way it took off. But I knew that I had to come out this way so they couldn't put me in a box.
Gotcha. You know, and that's being different is like very important.
Yeah.
Have somebody actually took your music, and I have to ask this.
Yeah, okay.
They screwed and chopped it?
No, I don't know.
Oh man, I got to get my hands on it. I'm just saying, man, because you know there's something different.
That's a good question.
Yeah, hey,
I've never heard that.
Because Nirvana, I did his song. Back in the days, I screwed and chopped it. So I had
to sing you something, legend. See what you come with, man. That's. Hey man, you on to something over here, man. I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't think about it.
You know, having different stuff is what people need to actually hear, because we always go for that traditional signature sound. We don't never actually go outside of that actually box.
Of course.
So now that we talk about the music, you said something else that caught my attention. You actually say you say I can act, man. I can do whatever, man.
Man, you know what? I actually started off acting before music. So so listen, my whole family sings. So I've been singing since I was like 5 or 6.
Wow.
But I was really more so into the acting versus anything because that's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to go to school I took acting classes. Like I was in musicals all through high school, college, different productions. I actually tried to pursue an acting career. I was going to casting calls. I was in different plays around the city. I did a lot, man, in the acting. Like a lot of actors around the city know who I am.
Do you remember the actor Chadwick, Black
Boseman.
Panther man?
Boseman, yeah.
But yeah, you remember? You know who helped him actually get his career?
Nah,
a lot of people know this story. I'm gonna give you a good story.
Yeah,
Check
let me
this
know.
out.
Put me on game.
He got an award, and when he got an award, he wanted to give back, and he wanted to tell this person what they meant to him.
Okay.
So this person actually got a letter in, and the letter said they wanted him to actually sponsor an actual person to go to college because they wanted to go to school for acting and everything. The person signed off on it and said, all right, cool, yeah, go ahead and didn't do it.
Right.
That person was Denzel Washington. He never knew. Denzel Washington gave him his. He took his money out of his pocket. Didn't know that this man.
He didn't know who it was. They didn't know each other.
A lot of people don't know he was on the stories back in the days. He was on the soap operas back in the days.
All right.
So this man actually gave. It's ironic how he gave Denzel his flowers while he was here.
Right.
And then he turned right back around a few years later. He leaves us, and a lot of people are so quick to criticize people. They talked about him a few months before he passed.
Right.
Because he got real skinny.
Right.
People like, oh, man, what's wrong with him, man? Is he on drugs and this and that?
Yeah.
Didn't know the whole time he was fighting with cancer throughout the whole Captain America thing,
all of that.
The Black Panther, all of the Avengers movies that got him inside of it. He did the baseball movie.
Yep, all of that.
He did
the James Brown movie.
Yes, hey man, when I first actually paid attention to me, and people don't really talk about it, that James Brown man, he nailed that to the T.
To the T.
I'm not lying. He was James.
And you know what? I actually studied that. I've seen that movie so many times, but when I first decided that I really wanted to take this seriously, because I was doing music already, I was doing shows and stuff. But something clicked, and I was like, I need to really take this seriously. I started watching James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Prince nonstop.
Hold on, man. You said Prince. Hold on, man. Now you going. Man, you know some people do not understand this. Prince is one of the only and very few artists. I've never met an artist that can do this. Prince can play every instrument. A lot of people do not know that. Yep. Every instrument is made, Prince can play it. Plus, Prince wouldn't do a song with you if you did not own your masters. He would never do a song. You can go back and you can research it. He will not do a song with you.
Actually, did not know that.
Yes, he did not. You know, Prince. You remember the video with Michael Jackson with him? You know the one I'm bad.
Okay.
Okay, you know at the beginning you actually have what's his name? Wesley Snipes at the beginning. Remember he's at the beginning, and he and the LOA and then Michael Jackson's come out and say, your bud is mine.
Right.
He wanted Prince to do that. Prince said he couldn't see himself letting another man tell him that your bud is mine.
Oh, you know, Prince was the ultimate Mac. You know what I'm saying? He like I tell people every day, look, I take your chick in spandex and high heels.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that from Prince.
And I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
Did you know that they had an event that had Prince, Michael Jackson, and James Brown? Yeah. A lot of people don't know about that special event with all three of those talents.
What was that, an award show or something?
No, I guess it was like it looks like it was almost like a private hole-in-the-wall type event. It was an event that you don't even think Michael Jackson did.
I thought you were talking about when they were, because you remember they were on stage and James Brown brought up Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and Michael he was going. I'm like, I said, yeah.
And then Michael Jackson, he said, now you know who else is here? Mm-hmm. Prince is here, and he brought up Prince, and all three of them were on the stage. That was the most iconic thing ever.
Yes.
So that's really cool. I thought that's what you were talking about. Yes. But you're talking about another.
Yeah, they have another. It's like it's older. It's back in the days. It's way back. And when Michael come up, I remember him. He sang "I love you," and he basically he break it down.
Right.
And then he do his thing. And when Prince come up, Prince get that guitar, and
that's it.
He start working that guitar to the fullest, and you looking like, wow, like this man is like really.
Yeah.
Man, I tell people all the time, especially when I used to talk to a lot of girls, and they like to go to the pool. I said, man, you know how to swim? Like, yeah, I know how to swim. I said, why don't you come go with me to Lake Minnetonka? And they were like, oh, for real, I want to go there. I said, you can purify yourself. I'm saying to myself, he must ain't watch Purple Rain, because they watch Purple Rain, they actually know what Lake Minnetonka is. You know, the other lady, Apollonia, she jumped in naked in the movie. I told somebody, hey, I always tell, I said, man, why don't you come purify yourself? I tell a lot of people, I want to actually do a movie with an artist. I want to go back and redo Purple Rain.
Okay.
But I want to do it like this guy named Keon from the Zydeco Masters. Mm-hmm. I wanted to actually have it where he is in the form of Zydeco, like the different Zydeco artists is, and I wanted to create that like storyline and the best movies is remade.
Right.
It's something that's good. Like prime example, remember the Car Wash?
Yes.
They went back and redid it.
Yep.
Snoop Dogg them did it on the fly. It's called a wash. See, a lot of people they don't know what Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Yeah,
that's just another form of
it's a remake.
Yeah, it's just a remake of it. So I want to go back and do movies like Let's Do It Again, A Piece of the Action, movies that people Which Way Is Up. People they don't actually look at these movies. That's the type of movies that I actually want to redo all over again.
Right.
Now, you also said something else. Radio host.
Yes.
So you get that's
yes.
That's something really important to me. How was it, and what made you get into that field? What made you want to do that?
Honestly, man, it was Miss Lovey with Love to Jam Radio. My brother, my partner in crime, Kato the Conspiracy, man. Mm-hmm. He met Miss Lovey some time ago, and he introduced me to her, and we've been locked in ever since, man. That's literally how it happened.
Wow.
We were doing a show. We end up merging shows with her, and we end up locking in. So Miss Lovey and I are, two peas in a pod. So whatever she need, whatever I need, we right there for each other. So they really, really helped my career in a way that I never would have imagined. Man, I've interviewed so many artists.
And it's crazy. It's kind of weird when somebody interview you.
It is. It is. Like I was just saying, like I was telling them I don't even know how to sit. I don't know how to put my legs, my arms, or nothing, because it's so weird. I'm usually asking the questions, but it feels good to be in this position, to be the one who has notoriety, to be able to be in this position to where I can be interviewed. Because if I hadn't put the work in, then this would never happen.
You're right. You're definitely right, man. I like how you merge. Some people are afraid of change, and some people be like, "Oh man, I got my stuff, and I don't want to mix my stuff with this person, because if I do this, man, this person gonna probably take all my people or my following or whatever."
Right.
But I always look at it as if when I meet people and I connect with them, the most important thing to me is their network.
Right.
Their network is very important to me, because their network, if I got 20,000 people and you got 500 people and we connect together, out of that 20,000 people, if you can get 10% out of that 20,000 people, hey man, I did something. Now I got 25 now. Yeah. Now I'm finna go and get this person, and because everybody that's with you may not like me. Yeah. People with me may not like you, but it's always gonna be somebody. Hey, that man look very interesting. I'm finna go check out his show. It's gonna be
somebody in the mix.
Somebody in the mix that's going to actually like it. Now, we come to the segment which is called Leon's Top 5. Leon was a cousin of mine that got killed in an 18-wheeler last year, and I always dedicate this segment to him because he was a very big fan of my shows.
How are you,
man? Hey. I've been holding up, man, the whole time. Because we coming up to like I think another 2 or 3 months to the anniversary of his stuff. Okay. And I wanted to do something different for him. I say, something to remember him. I will always do the Leon Top 5. Okay. Now you are an artist yourself, and this is going to be good. All right. What would be your Leon's Top 5? It can be R&B, it can be pop, it can be gospel, it can be rap, it can be alternative, it can be blues. What's the top 5 artists you listen to?
Man, number 1, Andre 3000, top.
I just had a dude here just said Outkast the other day, man.
Hey.
Andre 3000, he is good. I'm going to tell you a song that's one of my favorite that he's featured on, Rick Ross album.
16 ain't enough.
16 ain't enough, man. Hey. I'm not allowed.
I already know it. Man, I already know it.
Man, he artists that allow other artists to get on their tracks
and just go.
That's Jay-Z should have learned with Renegade.
Yeah.
That track, Eminem, he did that. I'll never take that from him. Tell you somebody else. Common on T.I.'s album, The Good Life. If you listen to that track, it's on the King album. That song is classic. Man, that song. At 16, man, I can listen to that, man. Man, that song is bad. Man, the words.
You're right. I think that song is like one of an examples of the epitome of Under 3,000 because he literally, the way he formulates his rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he takes you on a journey from beginning to end. Like I met Shorty Mama and she came down and then baby girl had something wrong with a frown. And whoa, like how did you go from high school to meeting some couple to going back to where your mama stayed in your hood all the way up until right now in the modern age? It's just so crazy to me how he has transitioned over time and he's still relevant.
Yep.
So
Why you think Erykah Badu?
oh yeah.
You can sit back and think about it.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, that rubbed off on Erykah Badu. I don't care
For
what
sure.
nobody. If you pay attention
For
to
sure.
what she say and think about him, it rubbed off.
That's
on
gonna
her.
be an awesome baby, by the way. That's an
I
awesome.
mean, I think they got kids together.
They do.
I think
They
Erykah,
do.
Erykah
Them,
Badu's.
them babies gonna be something special.
Man.
That energy is crazy.
Yes.
That's a crazy Erykah Badu and Andre 3000.
And then a lot of people don't know she also had a baby by the DOC.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
man.
I
But
didn't
people
know
don't
that.
know that the DOC.
I didn't know that.
He was a.
But
first
the DOC
one.
is super lyrical as well.
Man, a lot of people
So-
know he ghostwrite for a lot of people.
Yeah, he's super lyrical.
And
So
when people say, man, I don't know who the DOC is, how you not know end up besides Ice Cube,
Right,
don't
right,
get
right.
me wrong. The DOC, man, how you think the Chronic, man? People, they don't understand that this man, he actually is very big. He made talk where he can't really say something. That's why I tell people, never take your talents and your gifts for granted. Because you never know when tomorrow may come and you may not
Right.
be able to rap no more. You may not be able to sing. You may not be able to even walk no more.
Right,
Some people,
right.
they don't even know, man. So you never know. So you got Andre 3000.
Andre 3000, Lauryn Hill,
Okay.
Prince for sure. For sure. Can I merge?
Hey, when you
Prince.
say Prince, the first thing comes to my mind, I have to do this. I'm not lying. Every time I think about Prince, people say, man, Prince, I think about,
Okay. I think about the look. My dad used to reenact Prince, and man, he used to do the whole
Oh, yes.
shimmy all the way down.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, man, don't ask me. I'm gonna do it on stage.
Okay,
But
Prince.
if I could merge Prince, Michael Jackson, and
Okay.
James Brown, man, that would be. I would love to. Yeah.
Okay.
But just because that's an epitome of that's a formula of Monzelle Diontre, all three of those guys. But Prince, he's I'm at 3. Number 4, I'm probably gonna have to go with number 4. I'm probably gonna have to go with Anderson .Paak and then Bruno Mars.
Hey, I told a dude the other day, he did not want to believe me. I remember, this is like so crazy, people do not want to believe me. That's the guy that, I want to make sure I'm right. That's the guy that's on the track. I'm going to leave the door open, right?
Yep.
It was people don't pay attention. Dr. Dre worked with that dude.
Yep.
And they bought him out on a BET thing and people kind of like, surpassed him. He threw him back out there again. He's on the Compton album. People that don't know, if they go buy that Compton album, he's on that Compton album. When I heard him, I was like, man, Dre smart. Everybody Dre touch, he touch them and they go platinum. Yeah. Proven fact. Snoop Dogg, platinum. Yeah. He did NWA, they went platinum.
Right.
This man did Eminem, platinum.
Yeah.
The Game, platinum.
Yeah.
50 Cent,
Yeah.
platinum.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, platinum. Anybody he touched, but if you notice, that first album he give them and he put them on the thing, he go platinum. He let them go and say, hey, man, go ahead and do your thing.
Yep.
So anybody he actually touched, man, it's always a platinum. And I knew when he introduced him, I'm like, man, this dude, it's got to be something about this dude. So I guess this guy is really going to be, and the guy's actually good. And that was smart.
Yeah.
How him and Bruno Mars teamed up to bring that 70s vibe back and with some songs. Now, I have to disagree on one track. You know, they redid the Love Train.
Oh, you don't like it?
It's only selected people that actually redone that song.
Right.
You know somebody else redone it too.
Right.
Drew Hill.
I didn't know that.
If you go back to one of their first albums, I am not lying. If you go back and listen to it, if you listen to that Love Train and you listen to theirs, Cisco did that, bro. I'm not lying.
I was real young when Drew Hill was like popping. I think I was still in like maybe, I don't know, daycare, elementary school or something. So back in the day, I remember those songs that they came out with, but it wasn't until I got older that I could appreciate it.
Yes.
But yeah, no, man. I listen. Anything Anderson .Paak touches, I'm jamming. I don't care. I would jam Anderson .Paak all day long. That man is a genius.
Yes.
From the way he formulates everything to his voice to his performance.
It kind of remind me of, this gonna sound crazy. People gonna probably get mad at me. When he sing, it kind of remind me, when he's doing it with Bruno Mars, kind of remind me of like a David Ruffin. If you listen to David Ruffin,
he got that raspy. He has that rasp for sure. And he'll transform from a singer to a rapper.
Yes.
In the middle of the song, and you like, whoa, wait a minute.
I didn't know this man did this.
Right.
Now, how can the people find you on social media?
You can find me at Monzelle Diontre everything. It's MonzelleDiontre. Okay? Monzelle Diontre everything. Nothing changes.
That's on Instagram?
Everything.
Facebook?
Everything.
Okay, everything. Now,
Twitter.
On your YouTube,
TikTok,
right?
YouTube.
Subscribe to the man's channel, man. I'm telling you, if you don't, you're going to be cheating yourself. If you want to treat yourself, better turn back around and you better do that. I actually enjoyed you, and I promise you, I will bring you back.
Thank you.
On a later episode.
Thank you.
We can get a chance to chop because we got a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about.
A lot of stuff we need to talk about.
So, until next time, remember, anything is possible. Thank you for choosing Chopping Up with Lil Ron. Till next time, we out. Peace.